well, maybe I don't know if they're hard agreements or not, but there is some expectation like this vessel is going to take 3 weeks from Shanghai to Los Angeles, and it's gonna come and the terminal is going to unload it and make it available. And so if I'm aware of these milestones happening, specifically around the demurrage and per diem, which is an additional cost, where there is an obligation to allow the terminal should provide enough free time to the ocean carrier slash cargo owner to pick up that container
Hmm.
if all the releases are happening in time. Um, I kind of look at it this way: is like if I had a pretty good idea of all the ETAs for all the vessels, all my
Hmm.
containers coming and they're updated regularly, right? Then I have some agency to make sure all the releases can happen on time. If all the releases are happening on time, because I have some more agency and control over it, because of the visibility, I'll have more time to pick up the container. If I have more time to pick up the container and I have more controls around um, having accountability over my trucking companies to make sure they make appointments, and if there are enough appointments available and have visibility around that, then I am systematically reducing the risk of me having demurrage. And similarly per diem. If demurrage costs something like $100, $200 per day per container, where a lot of that revenue is additional revenue going to the ocean carriers, because otherwise it's sunk costs already, right? Like they've already paid for the terminal lease or whatever that is. Maybe there's some variable cost, but maybe it's not that much variable cost, right? That is all margin, and it's fair margin if it's fair, right? It's like you're holding the container at my terminal. It's like real estate. I'm going to charge you more than my cost, which is totally fair. It's like a business. But I think where it becomes tricky is like if you didn't let me do everything in my ability to optimize my supply chain to pick up my container, which is really one way to do it is provide the visibility, then those incentives start looking like misaligned. So I think that's one. The other one is very simple. It's like it does, to your point, it costs a lot of money to build these systems and support them.